Hi, I took my kids skiing for the first time this week. And so I just wanted to hop on here and share with you what that was like in case you also aspire to take your children skiing and have never done so. And I am doing this as I'm walking my dog around on my property because this is who I am now. And she's going to kind of jerk me around a little bit, but that's okay. I'm multitasking. She sees deer. And do you notice how the background is not white? Nope, we are out of snow. We had that beautiful snowfall a couple of weeks ago, and then it just never snowed again. So I think it's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. Please, I really want it to snow because come on, Idaho. Last winter, it was very snowy and beautiful and great. In fact, everyone we talked to said this is like an unusual amount of snow. We're getting so much snow. And then this has been a very underwhelming amount of snow this year. So anyways, back to skiing. I looked at a couple different resorts. I knew that so I've got 4 kids, 5, 7, 8, 10. And I knew I was not taking that 5-year-old, not on day one with all of them. All 4 on day one skiing for the first time was going to be too much. And she's just not ready for it. She would whine too much, and I'm not into that. So I took the other 3 and I looked at lessons at a couple different places. I looked at private lessons. I looked at the group lessons. I'm just too cheap to pay for private lessons. Seriously, unless you're a buyer, you got a budget for 20 million. I don't know. That's silly to say. I don't know. There's the principle of it. I'm not going to spend $500 on lessons for kids for 2 hours. That's crazy. Skiing is really so expensive. So I don't remember what it was in my conversation with Schweitzer that I was just underwhelmed in that conversation. No, Silver. When I talked to Schweitzer, I got them booked for New Year's Day, which was awesome. And it was about $110 a kid for a 2-hour lesson and the group lesson. And what was awesome is that no one else showed up. So it was a private lesson and there was 2 instructors. So it was great. And since the snow has been crappy, it wasn't so crazy busy up there. And it wasn't freezing cold. So it went really well. And I would definitely recommend Schweitzer's lessons. What I paid for was the gear rental. They don't have skis. So we got the skis. They didn't use poles. Yet the instructor said that they're just turned into weapons on kids who have never gone skiing before. And I mean, I would love to hear your opinion on this, but my parents, they love skiing. So they always took me up to the mountain. I started skiing when I was probably 5, and helmets weren't a thing. Helmets were not a thing. So I skied consistently from probably 5 years old through being maybe 27 years old. No helmets anywhere. And then I started having kids and then took a hiatus from skiing. And when I went back a couple years ago, I was everyone's wearing everyone, you're all wearing helmets. Where did all of these helmets come from? What changed? So I still don't wear a helmet because I don't think that I'm a dangerous enough skier that I need a helmet. And people at Schweitzer looked at me like I was the worst mom in the world because I passed on helmets for my kids. But I'm they're going to be on the bunny slope. What could go? I'm sure lots could go wrong. So it was $15 a day for a helmet, and not that my children's heads are not worth $45. They are. But I just don't see the need yet. But my husband says that, yeah, we should probably just get them helmets because you can buy a helmet for $40. So I don't really want to spend $15 to rent when I could just buy one for $40. So that's my next step. That's what I'm doing next. I guess I'll get on the helmet train, for all purposes, I guess, appearances of being a good mom. The instructor asked them, where are your helmets? Why don't you have a helmet? It's not safe. And they're our mom told us that we didn't need helmets. Because I did. Just don't fall, okay? Just try real hard not to hit your head. And go slow. Maybe a helmet makes you more bold, and you should be less bold and more concerned about your safety when you are skiing, going fast down a snow slope for the first time. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Schweitzer if you want to learn how to ski or you want to take your kids up there. They loved their lesson. They had so much fun. And then they wanted to keep skiing after the lesson. And so, gosh, it was only, I was not going to take my kids up the mountain. It's like, what is it called? Creekside lift runs from like the village downhill and then the lift brings you back up. And that one, you can get an afternoon pass. So like after 12:30, I think the pass was like $35 or something. That sounds right. I don't remember. That sounds right. So I paid for that so we could all keep going on Creekside. And then I did call and I made an appointment to take them back up for another lesson, and learned that if you buy the pass with the lesson, it's only $15 per kid. So I overpaid. I could have just gotten them helmets, but you live and you learn. And now you know, I did it for you. So good luck if you're going to take your kids up there. Schweitzer too, just so easy to get there. I live in like North Hayden, and it was an hour door to door. So we like left our house at 7:30, and we were there by 8:30. Yep, that sounds right. Sorry, my arm is getting tired. And the roads were clear. I mean, it was mild out. It wasn't even freezing out. So it was super easy to get up the mountain. As you're like going up the mountain, there's like tons of switchbacks. One of my kids did get car sick. So just be aware if you got a kid that doesn't feel well in the car, that might come into play. And then we parked at the top, and on New Year's Day it was free. So like bonus. I think that's all. Oh, okay. One other thing is like I did bring my locker lock because I'm like, I don't know where, I didn't know if the kids were going to like it or not. So I just hung out in the lodge while they did their lesson. And I didn't want to leave my like backpack with all my stuff in it out in the open. But anyways, there was like a rental area by where you rent skis that you could just like rent a locker. So it was like $10. I did that because I didn't know that in the other cafe area downstairs where they have like the daycare, there's like a whole bank of giant lockers that you can just put your own lock on. So I also wasted $10 by not knowing that. And now you know. It's like the lost and found and the childcare in the bottom level of one of those lodges. I wish I took a picture. I'm sorry. But now you know that there is lockers available if you want to bring your own lock and save yourself $10. I feel like everything about skiing is so expensive that I'll just like save the money wherever I can. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, the food. The food is pretty good. They have like sit down restaurants that we had done last year when we went up there for sledding, but this time we just did like the cafeteria style food, and it was so much food. I bought each of us our own meals, but like easily we could have just bought two and all shared it because they gave us so much food. So you're welcome. I have now saved you money there too. All right, that's all I have to share with you. If you go to Schweitzer, or if you have any experiences with, oh my gosh, my dog is pulling me. If you have any experiences with lessons at other resorts, like please tell me. I would like to know about it. I'm still thinking about Silver Mountain. Lookout Pass, I think, has free lessons, but I just feel like the end result of that is it would be so busy and then frustrating. And I'm not interested in driving an hour and a half to be frustrated. I'd rather just have my slot, get them in there, be done with it. So there you have it. I hope to hear from you in the comments. Bye.